All right, welcome. So good to be here to be guiding you through another vinyasa flow. Today we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the hips. So going ahead and starting in child's pose, we'll bring the knees together or wide, and then slowly just walk the hands long across the mat until your forehead comes to touch. As you begin to tune in to your breath, take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And as you exhale, releasing it out through the nose. Prepare yourself for your next cycle of breath. And anytime during this practice, I want you to feel more than comfortable, more than welcome to return back into this pose, to return back to your breath, and to always honor where you're at every moment and to give that during your practice. On your next inhale, rising up, coming into a tabletop, we'll take the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees underneath the hips and then have the toes untucked. Warming up through the spine, take an inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head and the tailbone for cow. And as you exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the chin in toward the chest, come into cat. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the head and the tailbone. And exhale, cat. Rounding the back, pull the chin into the chest. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Coming back into a neutral tabletop. We're gonna take the right leg back behind us and lift it up and parallel to the floor. Then we're gonna bend the knee, taking our kind of flexing the foot in, so almost pushing the top of the foot in toward the sky or the top of the room. And you can stay here, creating some balance, strengthening that glute, strengthening that hamstring. Or if you like to challenge yourself, take that left arm and bring it up and parallel to the ground. Taking an inhale, reach toward the front of the room and kick that foot high. As you exhale, bring your knee and elbow to touch underneath your belly. Inhale, reach long, activate that glute. And exhale, elbow and knee come to touch. Inhale, reach long, push that heel toward the sky. And exhale, elbow and knee come to touch. Reaching back. For the front of the room, we're going to take our hand, grabbing our foot with our hand, coming into tiger pose. Begin to push the heart toward the front of the room as you kick your foot into your hand. Stay lifted, stay grounded, and at the same time, use your breath. Taking one more inhale, push the heart forward. And as you exhale, slowly lower the knee down, releasing the hand from the foot. Then maybe pushing the hips from side to side. Feeling into the body. And then taking the left leg back behind you, bringing it up parallel to the ground. We're going to bend the knee. And then pushing the heel or the bottom of the foot up toward the ceiling will activate that glute and that hamstring. If you did so on the left side, go ahead and take your right arm up parallel to the floor. And inhale, reach toward the front of the room. Take an exhale, elbow and knee come to touch underneath the belly. Inhale, reach long, finding some balance. Pushing that heel toward the sky. We're gonna exhale, bring the elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, reach long. Lift that glute and exhale, elbow and knee come to touch. This time we're gonna reach long and then take the hand back to grab the foot coming into tiger pose. Once you begin to kick the foot into the hand, shine the heart toward the front of the room. Keep balance, keep steady. Take one more inhale, push the heart forward. And exhale, slowly lower the knee down, letting go of the foot. And then pushing the hips from side to side. Letting everything go. Coming facing dog. We're gonna tuck the toes, lift the hips, and begin to pedal the feet. Slowly just warming up. Allow yourself to connect with your body. Not forgetting about the breath. Taking an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Bending the knee for half scorpion, we'll take the ankle toward the glute. Pointing the toe toward the head, we'll lift the knee toward the sky. Beginning to draw some circles with the toe. We're gonna allow the blood flow to transfer into our ankle, drawing circles going one direction. Then whenever you're ready, go the other way. Being even, equal. Then beginning to draw those circles with the knee. We'll take the knee wide, opening up the hip. And then going the other way again. Always being even and equal, creating balance. Taking an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through for a low lunge. Dropping that back knee will untuck the toe. Get grounded, get rooted, and then inhale, reach up toward the sky. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. Feeling into the body. Grounding into the earth. And lifting toward the sky. The other inhale, reach toward the sky, lifting the heart. And exhale, bring the hands back down to the ground. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, half split, fold over your front leg. Inhale, pull the heart forward. And exhale, half split, fold over that front leg. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, folding over that leg. We're gonna stay here for just a couple breaths, holding it. Getting that static stretch in, allowing anything to release and let go. As we use the breath. On your next inhale, pushing your heart toward the front of the room. We'll plant the hands shoulder distance apart. Step it back into a modified plank or a high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. And as you exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, come to the floor. Pulling the elbows in toward the rib cage. We'll inhale, lift the heart. Rotating the shoulders back and down. Whenever you're ready, exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog. Paddle the feet, reconnect with the breath. Then take an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Bending the knee for half scorpion, we'll take the ankle toward the glute. Pointing the toe toward the head, and lifting the knee toward the sky. We'll begin to draw some circles with the toe. Warming up the ankle, bring some blood flow into this area of the body. And whenever you're ready, draw those circles going the other direction. And then taking the knee wide, begin to warm up the hip. Creating balance on the side of the body, bringing some blood flow into our roots and our hips. And whenever you're ready, going the other direction. Being even, being equal, creating that balance. Taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through for a low lunge. Rooting on down. Plant that back knee, untuck the toe, get grounded before you inhale, rise up toward the sky. Staying here for just a couple breaths. Really feel the connection to the earth. You can push the hips forward toward the front of the room and stay lifted, reaching toward the sky. Another inhale, grab some sunshine. And then exhale, bring it back down to the ground with you, planting those hands, stepping it back into your modified plank or your high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. And as you exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, come to the floor. Inhale, push your pelvis in, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, shift it back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale, look in between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, float, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, drop the hips, circle sweep the hands up overhead, and come into mountain pose. Bring the hands back into heart center. We'll focus our attention at this chakra, allowing ourselves to connect with our heart. Maybe ask ourselves, what is it that we want to bring into our lives or our practice? Those intentions, those manifestations that mind will root down through our feet, bending at the knees. Inhale, rise up toward the sky. As you exhale, swan dive forward, rotating the wrist as you come on down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, plant the right foot, step the left foot back, high crescent lunge. Stay grounded and rooted before you inhale, rise up toward the sky. Take a nice couple deep breaths here. Feeling the earth beneath you, lifting through the heart. Take one more inhale, reach toward the sky. And as you exhale, bring your hands back down. Planting the left hand, we're gonna inhale, reach the right hand high for a twist. Now pushing through the back foot. We're gonna reach through the crown of the head, twisting from the core. Take an inhale, reach your right arm toward the sky, grabbing some sunshine. Exhale, plant that right hand. Left hand comes high. We're gonna come into our extended side angle here. Lifting the heart, dropping the shoulder back and down. Pushing through that back left foot. Taking one more inhale, reach toward the sky. And as you exhale, plant both the hands. We're gonna step it back, coming into a high plank, pushing the ground away here. Taking one more inhale, we're gonna shift the weight forward. As you exhale, chaturanga, lower down, pull the elbows in toward the rib cage. Slowly going to the ground. You can come into your baby cobra as you inhale, lift the heart forward. Or if you like, lift the hips up off the floor for upward facing dog. Whenever you're ready, you can exhale, meet me back, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Reconnect with the breath. And take an inhale, bring your right leg high, three-legged dog. Circle it out to the right side and then step it just in front of your left foot. Plant that right foot down. Inhale, bring that left foot high, three-legged dog. Exhale, circle it out to the left side and then step it just in front of the right foot. Inhale, bring that right foot high and then circle it out to the right side and then step it right in front of the left. Walking forward, taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, circle it out to the side and then step it to meet the right, coming into our forward facing fold here. Grabbing onto opposite elbows, dangle for a moment. Then release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, plant the left foot, step the right foot back. High crescent lunge. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up toward the sky. Keep breathing, pulling the energy in through your inhales, letting it transfer to your entire body. Then anything that's no longer serving you, any tension, let it out, let it go, and create space for something new. See, one more inhale, lift the heart, reach toward the sky. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down, plant the right hand. Take the left hand high for a twist. Pushing the floor away. We'll push the back foot out toward the back of the room. Extend the crown of the head toward the front of the room. Take an inhale. Reach toward the sky. Grab some sunshine. And exhale. Plant that left foot. We're going to rotate, coming into an extended side angle. Opening the right hand. Lifting the heart. Lifting the gaze. Drop the shoulder back and down. That right foot's planted down into the earth. Digging into the mat. Lifting away. Reaching toward the sky. Take another inhale. And exhale. Plant the hands. Step it back. High plank. Push the ground away. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, shift the weight forward. Slowly lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale into baby cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. Reconnect with the breath. Inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, circle it out to the side, and then step it just in front of the right. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, circle it out to the side, and step it just in front of the left. Keep walking forward. Inhale, bring that left leg high. Circle it out to the side, and step it down. Last time, inhale, bring that right leg high. Exhale, circle it out to the side, and then bring it back to meet your left. Coming into your forward facing fold. Dangle here for a moment. Creating that chest to thigh compression. Allowing the roots and the heart to touch. And then taking an inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. See the feet for chair. Either take the toes together and an inch between the heels, or bring the feet hip width distance apart, meaning 2/5 placed in between the feet. Sitting into your chair, inhale, rise up toward the sky. Feel free to take your hands into heart center or bring them back beside you. No matter what, keep the heart lifted. Take an inhale, reach toward the sky. As you exhale, sit deeper. Transfer the weight into the heels, playing around by lifting the toes up off the mat. And then take another inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, sit deeper. Protect that tailbone by tucking it down and back. Allowing that lower spine to be nice and safe. Taking one more inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, sit deeper. Keep breathing, keep steady. Pulling the energy up from the earth. Take one more inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Dangle from side to side. Let everything go. Releasing the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. And as you exhale, lower down, going through your flow. We'll inhale, open the heart. Whenever you're ready, meeting you back in the downward facing dog. Begin to connect with your breath. And find some stillness. Taking an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through, warrior one. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, rise up toward the sky. Take a nice deep breath here. Connecting to the earth. One more inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down, step it back, high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, come to the floor. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, meet me back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through, warrior one. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, rise up toward the sky. Stay grounded, stay rooted, pulling the energy from the earth, lifting toward the sky. Take one more inhale. Reach, grab some sunshine, and exhale. Bring it back down with you. Step it back, high plank. Take an inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, shift the weight forward, lower down. Inhale, open the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through, warrior one. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up. This time, cartwheel or open the arms up into warrior two, pivoting that back foot parallel toward the back of the mat. We're gonna extend the arms to the front and the back of the room. And roll shoulders away from the ears. Taking an inhale, flip the grip, lean forward. And as you exhale, reverse your warrior. You can take your hand either to your thigh or begin to wrap it behind the small of your back. And then think length, reaching through the side body. And as you exhale, sit just a bit deeper into your front knee. Take one more inhale, reaching toward the back of the room. Exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee, left hand comes high. Now you can always take your elbow off your knee and take your hand to a block or the floor, and then stay lifted through the heart. Dropping the shoulder back and down. And staying steady through the breath. Take one more inhale, reaching toward the sky. And as you exhale, bring both hands back down. Gonna step it back into our high plank. Push in the floor weight, take an inhale, shifting the weight forward, exhale, lower down, going through your flow, pulling the elbows in, rolling your shoulders back and down. Whenever you're ready, meeting me back in your downward facing dog. Taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through for warrior one. Rooting on down, inhale, rise up toward the sky. One more inhale here. We're gonna exhale, open up, warrior two. Shifting the back foot parallel toward the back of the mat. We're gonna extend the arms toward the front and the back of the room. And then again, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Relaxing wherever you can. Take an inhale, flip the grip, lean forward. And as you exhale, reverse your warrior. Do the same thing you did on the left side, either wrapping your hand behind the small of your back, keeping it on your thigh. And then think length. Reaching toward the back of the room, stretching out through the entire side body. If you can, sit deeper into that front leg, grounding into the earth. Just like a little flower, a little plant. rising up toward the sun. Take one more inhale, reach toward the back of the room, and exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee. Bring that right hand high. If you did so on the last side, go ahead, drop that elbow off your knee, take your hand to a block or the floor. Then shine your heart toward the sky as you drop the shoulder, backing down. Maybe allowing the gaze to follow, looking toward the hand. And then almost imagining someone's pulling your hand toward the sky, helping you stay lifted, almost feeling weightless. Take an inhale, reach with that right hand, and as you exhale, bring both the hands back down, step it back, high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away, and as you exhale, lower down toward the floor. Going through your flow, using one breath per movement to guide you. Whenever you're ready, meeting you back, downward facing dog. Taking an inhale, look in between your hands. As you exhale, step, hop, float, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Fixing your feet for chair. We're gonna take them hip width distance apart, so 2 fists in between the feet. And then sitting into our chair, we're gonna inhale, rise up. Bring the hands into heart center. We're gonna look right, twist right, and then take the left elbow down toward the knee. Pull the left knee back to square the hips off, and then return to your twist. If you like, you can open up your arms, shining your heart toward the side of the room. And if it feels good, take your top hand, your right hand, and wrap it behind the small of your back. You can stay here in a half bind, lifting the heart. Or you can complete the bind by taking that left hand, bringing it in between your legs, and then finding some connection behind the small of your back. If you have trouble finding that connection, you can always use a strap to help close that gap. And no matter where you're at, see if you can sit deeper. Lift the chest. Rotate the shoulder back and down. And continue to breathe. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly unwrap, unwind, unbind. Inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Dangle from side to side. Just feeling into the differences between the sides of the body. Then releasing the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the hips. Inhale, bring the hands up for chair pose, and then taking them back into heart center. We're gonna look left, twist left, and then take the right elbow down toward the knee. Taking a look at the knees, pull the right knee back in space, squaring off the hips, and then return to your twist. If you did so on the left side, let's open up the arms, shining the heart towards the side of the room. Again, you can always stay here, or you can take your top hand, this left hand, wrapping it behind the small of your back. Lifting the heart, dropping the shoulder back and down, away from the ears. Always stay here again. Or if you want to take it up a notch, you did so on the left side. Take your right hand in between your legs and then wrap it underneath your thigh, finding some connection behind the small of your back. Again, if you use a strap, go ahead and use a strap to help close that gap. Then lift the heart, rotating the shoulder back and down. And continue to breathe. Noticing any tension coming up, any feelings, any emotions. Let them all pass. One more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly unwrap, unwind, unbind. Inhale, reach toward the sky. Exhale, forward fold. This time, sliding the hands underneath the feet. We're going to take the toes toward the heels, the toes toward the wrists and the fingers toward the heels, and then begin to give ourselves a nice little hand-foot massage. Just releasing everything out, letting everything go. Keeping the hands where they are. Inhale, half lift. Pull yourself away. Stretching through the body. And exhale, forward fold. Bending at the elbows. Compress just a little bit deeper. Releasing the hands. Go ahead and shake them out just a bit. Fun fact that when you do this and shake your hands out, you're actually releasing any ancestral or hereditary habits, patterns, beliefs. So let them go. Let them all shake out through your hands, your fingers. Whenever you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. Nice, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Taking the toes out. We're going to leave the heels onto the mat and then sit deep into our yogi squat or malasana squat. If you have trouble keeping the heels on the mat, you can always feel free to take a block and slide it underneath your sit bones. And then rooting those sit bones into the floor. We'll sit up nice and tall, reaching through the crown of the head. As we push the elbows into the knees, coming into prayer hands. And just stay here, allowing the hips to open, rooting into the earth. At the same time, reaching, growing toward the sun. If you like, you can stay here, feel more than comfortable to continue to open up the hips. Or we can always play around by taking the hands in front of us, bringing the hands about shoulder distance apart, and then bending the elbows. We'll take the knees onto that shelf we create with our triceps. Slowly shifting the weight forward. You might want to take one foot up, and then maybe another one. Just playing around with your crow pose, playing around with transferring the weight into your hands. If it feels good, maybe you can take both toes up. Find that balance. If you feel like you're going to fall forward onto your face, it's all part of the practice. Just get right back up and keep going. And then if you like, you can shoot back into chaturanga, or we'll go ahead and just step back into our high plank. Taking an inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, going through your flow. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, bring that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose. Step it through, warrior two. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, cartwheel the arms open. Straightening through the front leg, we'll stick the back hip out toward the back of the room. Lean forward just slightly, and then come on down into triangle. Taking our hands toward our shin, a block, the floor, and then lifting the heart, lifting the gaze, and then dropping the shoulder back and down. Feel more than comfortable and welcome to stay here. Or if you want to take it up a notch, we'll go ahead and have a good bend into that front knee. Shifting the right hand into the front, into the outside of the pinky toe. We'll just begin to shift the weight forward, pushing the weight into that front leg. And then lifting the back leg up and off the ground for half moon. Flexing the toe in toward the nose. Stay nice and activated through the entire body. And then see if you can lift the heart, lift the gaze toward the sky as you keep everything stacked. So aiming to have your wrist directly over your shoulders, your hips in one line, and then your ankle in line with your hip, in line with your shoulder, in line with your head. Taking one more inhale, feel into the pose. Then with a good bend into the knee, shift the weight back and return into warrior two. Straightening that front leg, we'll pivot the toes to come to the long edge of the mat. Taking the toes in, heels out, we'll bring the hands onto our hips. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold, down to the earth. Make your way down until you can grab onto a block, the floor, your shins, wherever comfortable, wherever capable for you in your practice. Bringing the hands in front of you, we're gonna take the toes out, heels in, and then bend the knees directly over the ankles for goddess pose. So slowly rising up, we're gonna inhale, reach toward the sky. And exhale, cactus arms, open the heart. Taking the back arm, so the left arm, we're gonna wrap the left arm underneath the right for eagle arms. So left under right, coming into eagle arms, crossing at the elbows and the wrists, or we can always be here, which is such a good modification. So eagle arms, lift the elbows, dropping the shoulders back and down. And then slowly pivoting the legs, come to the top of the mat. We'll make our way into a high crescent lunge. Again, lift the elbows, opening up the thoracic spine. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna begin to shift the weight forward, grounding into the front foot. We'll bring the back leg up and off the ground, bringing it into eagle legs. Kickstanding it onto the other side or beginning to wrap it. Stay steady, using the breath. And sitting deeper into our eagle squat. We lift the elbows, dropping the shoulders. Maybe allowing the gaze to rise up toward the sky. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly unwrap the legs, bringing the left leg back, leaving the arms, and coming into warrior three. So staying balanced, staying steady. Leave those eagle arms. Our warrior three pose, lifting through the heart, pointing the toe toward the back of the room as we reach to the crown of the head. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, drop that foot back, coming into a high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, slowly unwrap, unwind, and bind. Inhale, rise toward the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down and come into a lunge. So walk that back foot back. And then we're going to open up the hip, coming onto the outer edge of the foot, pushing the knee open for the right side. If it feels good, you can stay here or begin to drop down, coming onto the forearms. And you can always take it up a notch too by tucking that back toe, lifting the knee up off the ground and holding it here. Staying steady, using the breath, allow yourself to open up through the hips. Feel any tension, the emotions that are coming up for you, acknowledge them. Don't judge. Just acknowledge. Notice that they're there. And then let them go. So continue to breathe using that breath. Pushing out anything you're feeling now. And creating space for something new. Slowly coming out of this pose, drop that knee, rise on up. Planting the hands about shoulder distance. We're gonna tuck the back toe, step it back into a high plank. Pushing the ground away, take an inhale. Shift the weight forward, exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Going through your flow, using one breath per movement to guide you. Feet knee back in a downward facing dog. Taking an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through, warrior two. Rooting on down, we're gonna inhale, cartwheel the arms open. Straighten the front leg, sticking the back hip out toward the back of the room. Lean forward just slightly before you come on down into triangle. So doing the same thing you did on the last side, either take your hands to a block, your shin, the floor, and stay lifted through the upper body, imagining someone's pulling you up toward the sky. And if you can, create space between the shoulder and the ear, dropping it down and back. Now, if you like, stay here. If you did so on the last side, feel more than welcome to create this balance. Otherwise, we'll take it up a notch by coming into half moon, bending into the front knee, shifting the weight forward, bringing the hand in front into the outside of the pinky toe. We'll lift the back leg up, flexing the toe in toward the nose. And then taking the gaze up toward the sky. Dropping the shoulder back and down, staying lifted through the heart. Seeing if you can stack your bones over one another. And then use the breath. Stay in the moment. Stay here. In the present. Whenever you're ready, we're slowly going to shift the weight back with a good bend into the knee. We'll come back into warrior two. Straightening the legs, we'll pivot the toes to come to the long edge of the mat. Toes in, heels out, hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Make your way down to the earth until you can take your hands to a block, the floor, your shins, wherever comfortable. And letting everything go. And releasing it out the crown of the head. Bring the hands in front of you, take the toes out, heels in, bend the knees directly over your ankles for goddess pose, and then inhale, rise up toward the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. From here, we're gonna take the back arm and wrap it underneath the top. So the right arm will come underneath the left, crossing at the elbows and the wrists. Otherwise, always modify if you need to. And then shifting the weight toward the front of the room, we'll come into a high crescent lunge. Lifting the elbows up, opening the thoracic spine. Take a nice deep breath, allowing this pose to translate into the body. And whenever you're ready, shifting the weight forward, bring the back leg up and off the floor and coming into eagle legs. We'll kickstand it onto one side or begin to wrap it. And if you can, sit deeper into your squat, then lifting the elbows up, drop the shoulders back and down. Maybe even allow the gaze to rise up toward the fingertips. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, unwrap the legs, coming into warrior three, leading your arms into eagle arms. Let's take that leg back, find some balance here. Staying steady, staying lifted through the upper body. Reaching through the crown of the head and pointing the toes toward the back of the room. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly shift the weight back, coming back into a high crescent lunge. Inhale, lift the arms toward the sky. And exhale, release, unwrapping, unwinding, unbinding. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bring the hands back down, coming into our lizard pose. We're going to drop that back foot back toward the back of the mat. Open up the left leg, pushing the knee open, coming onto the edge of the left foot. And then doing whatever you did on the last side, either coming down to the forearms, maybe even tucking the back toe and lifting the knee, creating balance, doing whatever you did onto the last side, replicating that here. And breathing into the body, noticing any differences, being aware of the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the right side and the left side, the logic, the emotion, the ebb and the flow, knowing that we're all of those and one all at the same time. So allow yourself to be both things, yin and yang, masculine, feminine, emotion and logic. And if you can, find the beauty in between. So slowly releasing, coming on out of this pose. Drop the knee, lift on up. Bring the foot back in. And then taking the back leg to meet the other. We'll push the ground away, taking an inhale. And then slowly lowering down toward the mat, coming into locust pose. We'll push the pelvis onto the mat. Inhale, lift the legs up, lift the arms, lift the heart. Stay steady, pushing the ground away, using the breath. Rising up toward the sky, squeezing everything in toward one another. And exhale, lower down, lower your right ear toward the mat. Release your hands to either side. And just let everything go. Slowly coming back to center. We're gonna inhale, rise up toward the sky, squeezing the legs together. Lifting the heart, squeezing the arms toward one another. Staying steady, using the breath. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Left ear comes to the mat. Releasing your hands to either side. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Push the floor away. Coming into child's pose. Taking the hips onto the heels. Allow yourself to relax and let everything go. Coming into downward facing dog, push the hands into the mat, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and then find stillness. Taking an inhale, bring the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee toward your nose, step it through for your pigeon pose. So the right knee goes toward the right wrist. We'll keep the front foot flexed or pointed, and then come on down to the earth. Just allowing the hip to open. Let everything else release. slowly rising up. We're going to tuck the back toe and then take the right foot back to meet the left. Paddling the feet. Notice any differences in the body. And then take an inhale, bring that left leg high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, sweep it through, pigeon pose. Left knee toward the left wrist. Flex or point the front toe as you untuck the back toe. And then come down to the earth. Relaxing into gravity. Just allowing your other hip to release. Let go of anything it's been holding on to. Slowly rising on up. We're going to sit onto the left leg and then bring the right leg in front and over the left. So coming into double pigeon or fire log, we're going to take the left shin and bring it parallel to the top of the mat, flexing the left toe and toward the left knee. And then take the right leg up and over. So the right ankle is just on the left knee. The right toe is flexing toward the right knee. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. So your right knee might want to come up. It's okay. See if you can pressure down using your leg or your leg muscles to push that knee down. Never use your hand to push down that way. See if you can sit up tall, opening up through the hip. And if you like, you can take your hands in front of you. Maybe walk them over to the right side. If it feels good, walk them back through center and over to the left side. And bring them back through center. Stay here for just a couple deep breaths. Bring everything back to the midline. And slowly rising on up. We're going to pull the right knee in toward the chest. And then slowly just switch them on out. Coming into the other side. So again, the shins are parallel toward the top of the mat. We're flexing both the toes in toward the knees. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. Feeling the sit bones into the mat. Reaching through the crown of the head. If you did so on the last side, you can go ahead and take your hands in front of you. Allow yourself to open up through the hip. And again, if it feels good, let's walk our hands over to the left. Staying grounded, staying rooted. But at the same time, you can move with the wind. So twist and turn, wiggle, shake, dance. So stay steady. Walking the hands back through center, over to the right. Keep breathing, stretching, and then letting everything else go. And coming back to center. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. Pulling everything back into the midline. And slowly rising on up, we're going to hug the left knee into the chest. Bring both knees in. As we roll onto our backs, coming onto the mat. You can rock from side to side, just letting everything go. Massaging out the sacrum, massaging out the low back. And then dropping the feet for bridge. We're going to reach around and see if we can touch our ankles. Just making sure they're close enough and having the feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to lift the right leg up off the floor, bending the knee, taking the ankle just above the left knee. Flexing the toe in. We'll make sure we're protected through all the joints. And then grabbing on to the back of the left thigh or the shin. We'll begin to pull the legs toward the body. And allow the hip to stretch and open up. Slowly releasing that leg on down. We're going to take the arms to either side for airplane. And then dropping the legs to the left side of the body. We'll push the top or the bottom of the foot onto the floor. If you like, complete your twist by taking your gaze to your right hand. Slowly untwisting, coming back to center. Bring the right leg out, back to meet the left, and then taking the left leg up, we'll bend the knee, bringing the ankle just above the right knee, flexing the toe in, protecting the joints. Doing the same thing you did on the left side, either grab onto the back of the thigh or the shin, and then begin to pull the legs in toward the body. Allow everything to release. Slowly releasing that leg on down. We're going to extend the arms out to either side of us. And then drop that foot to the right side, taking the bottom of the foot onto the floor. And then if you like, drop your gaze to the left hand. Let everything go. Slowly untwisting, bringing everything back into center. We're going to pull both knees in toward the chest, giving them one last final squeeze. And then releasing the legs on out to Shavasana. Let the toes go long. Our legs go long, toes fall wide. Bring the hands to the belly or the heart. Or maybe taking the hands to either side, placing the palms up or down. Allow yourself to listen to your intuition and give yourself or your body whatever it's craving. Take this time to relax, rejuvenate, rest. Let everything else go. Thank you so much for joining me in practice today. Such an honor, such a pleasure to be guiding you through another practice. I hope you have the most amazing rest of your day and you're able to bring some of this love, some of this light into your life and spread it through the world. The light in me honors the light in you because it is the same light that resides in each and every one of us. With this knowledge, with this wisdom, we are all one and we are all the same. Namaste.